We need to understand that there is no formula for how women should lead their lives. That is why we must respect the choices that each woman makes for herself and her family. Every woman deserves the chance to realize her God-given potential. What we have to do is to find a way to celebrate our diversity and debate our differences without fracturing our communities. In the Bible it says you have to forgive 70 times 7. I want you all to know, I'm keeping a chart. In almost every profession, whether it's law or journalism, finance or medicine or academia or running a small business, people rely on confidential communications to do their jobs. We count on the space of trust that confidentiality provides. When someone breaches that trust, we are all worse off for it. It is often when night looks darkest, it is often before the fever breaks that one senses the gathering momentum for change, when one feels that resurrection of hope in the midst of despair and apathy. Dignity does not come from avenging insults, especially from violence that can never be justified. It comes from taking responsibility and advancing our common humanity. Probably my worst quality is that I get very passionate about what I think is right. It is hard to be a woman. You must think like a man, act like a lady, look like a young girl, and work like a horse. A sign that hangs in my house. If you believe you can make a difference, not just in politics, in public service, in advocacy around all these important issues, then you have to be prepared to accept that you are not going to get 100% approval. There is a sense that things, if you keep positive and optimistic about what can be done, do work out. I think that if you live long enough, you realize that so much of what happens in life is out of your control, but how you respond to it is in your control. That's what I try to remember. I also learned that a person was not necessarily bad just because you did not agree with him, and that if you believed in something, you had better be prepared to defend it. Human rights are women's rights, and women's rights are human rights. Don't confuse having a career with having a life. Life is too short to dwell on what might have been. Freedom means the right of people to assemble, organize, and debate openly. You can't keep snakes in your backyard and expect them only to bite your neighbors. You know, eventually those snakes are going to turn on whoever has them in the backyard. Hillary Diane Rodham Clinton, born October 26, 1947, is Hillary Diane Rodham. Raised in the Chicago suburb of Park Ridge, Rodham graduated from Wellesley College in 1969 and earned a Juris Doctor from Yale Law School in 1973. After serving as a congressional legal counsel, she moved to Arkansas and married future President Bill Clinton in 1975. The two had met at Yale. In 1977, Clinton co-founded Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families. She was appointed the first female chair of the Legal Services Corporation in 1978 and became the first female partner at Little Rock's Rose Law Firm the following year. Clinton advocated for gender equality at the 1995 UN Conference on Women. Clinton made a second presidential run in 2016, winning the Democratic nomination, and ran in the general election with Virginia Senator Tim Kaine as her running mate. She wrote her third memoir, What Happened, and launched Onward Together, a political action organization dedicated to fundraising for progressive political groups.